You are the Resistance.
I'm Christopher Titus, people, and this is the Armageddon update. The swamp has finally been drained. Yeah, well, first, for the swamp was painted, then it became a swamp again.
It's not easy being green, having to spend each day the color.
The reflecting pool, one of our nation's most beautiful, inspiring monuments, looks like an episode of Swamp People.
It's midday on the bayou, and vicious gators are soaking up the sunshine.
Gonna do the alligator shuffle.
He basically turned it into a petri dish so mosquitoes can start the next pandemic. Everything the man touches turns to shit. Isn't it crazy? Everything. Inflation last month hit 4.2%. When Biden left, it was 2.7%. Groceries.
It's a very simple word, groceries. It sort of says a bag with different things in it.
Are more expensive. In a recent study, prices have gone up by a cumulative 38.75% between 2016 and 2026. 20 states minimum wage is still $7.25 an hour, and because dipshit started a war,
Incursion.
gas prices went up $1.50 a gallon. But guess what, people? We needed that war, because before that war, the Strait of Hormuz was open.
We're almost out of gas. Call the Arabs!
To all traffic, and Iran didn't run it. Now Iran's in charge of the strait, and we're about to run out of oil stockpiles worldwide.
Sunday, we reached an agreement with Iran that achieves everything we set out to accomplish, everything and much more.
Yeah, that worked. He's so good. But you know what? Let's go into the war and why it happened and what we got out of it. You know, the guy that wrote The Art of the Deal is in charge, right? Sorry. Okay. Not that guy. The guy that wrote The Art of the Deal is actually this guy, because obese Oren is super illiterate.
Whole milk, and it's whole with a W.
The guy in charge actually is the guy that put his name on The Art of the Deal. And he's so good at making deals because he's only been bankrupt 6 times, stole from a kid's cancer charity, and has 34 felonies for tax evasion. So let's contrast and compare Obama's Iran deal versus the persimmon pedophiles masterclass in deal making. Obama got Iran to agree to not build nuclear weapons for 15 to 25 years. And we had routine inspections to prove it. So under Obama, no nukes, and we could back it up. Under Captain Kankel's leadership, we don't even have a deal. In fact, what they are signing with DocuSign and over Zoom is actually a concept of a plan.
I have concepts of a plan.
Finally, Iran is going to open the Strait of Hormuz, which was already open before Trump spent over $1 billion a day on a war. Obama had multinational coalition of countries that backed up the deal, adding seriousness and gravitas to it. Colonel Comover, on the other hand, has only a bilateral deal with Iran that isn't a deal. It's a deal to set up a time to negotiate a deal if they can work it out.
If you don't adhere to the agreement, we're going to bomb the hell out of you.
Obama had a deal for no nukes and inspections that would have ended in 2030 or 2040. Sweet Potato Hitler's deal is only for a 60-day extension on the current ceasefire where no one ceased firing. Trump has no deal. It's a concept of a plan to possibly talk about a deal maybe if they can work it out because he's a stable genius.
I'm a very stable genius.
You know that. The Obama administration's deal gave Iran $1.7 billion in 2016. I know, and it wasn't a gift or taxpayer funded. It was a settlement of a decades-old financial dispute that originated from a failed arms deal going back to Jimmy Carter. So Obama gave them $1.7 billion of their own money without interest. But in big Bahrain's deal, he's giving Iran $24 billion, half of it before they even sit down to negotiate. Then Iran wants a $300 billion rebuilding fee.
Iran could have access to up to $300 billion in reconstruction funds, according to Vice President J.D. Vance and multiple reports.
This is on top of the $1 billion a day the war cost us. A war where we weren't attacked at all. And there was no evidence that Iran even had a nuke. You really want to know why we attacked Iran? Yeah. The swamp isn't drained, people. And guess what? It's full of pedophiles. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon update. Yeah, so he's like, well, everyone's getting all pissed off about the Epstein files. I should start a war with another country. It'll be over in a day. Can't Putin read the same book? Because they're both bullshit. So we are now how many billions of dollars in a day, and yet kids don't have food, and I quit! Everybody, Christopher Titus Podcast. We were off last week, but I did a couple Armageddon updates. Boy, the world continues to be stupid, doesn't it?
Oh, it does.
With me, as always, the lovely bombshell, Rachel Bradley.
What's up, people?
And we've got this guy. We've got Costello, and we have this Groucho, who is trying to
get away
Costello constantly
from Costello.
Yeah, yeah.
I did bring a baby pacifier, but it's not working.
Ken was saying something a minute ago. We were talking about the reflecting pool, and there is part of me that's like, of course it went horribly bad. Ken was saying, he goes, I feel sick about this, but I feel like, yeah, good. Fuck him. So I was looking at some pool experts online, and they're saying what he did was, so it was granite. The whole thing was granite, which means that it's like a natural thing, almost like a natural body of water. Right. The water would go through, and then it would bubble back up. And so that's why it didn't get green all the time. However, he sealed it. Now he sealed it with paint and dark paint. So now it's heating it up so fast that it went literally lime green algae in like 4 days. Apparently,
though, many administrations in the past have battled algae in the reflecting pool.
Of course, makes sense.
But
for the guy that's going to fix it,
we didn't know it because
they fixed it.
Yeah,
they weren't incompetent. So he said he's fixing the reflecting pool. I'm going to take care of it. And day 3, I'm all right if it took me 3 months.
Well, I think the problem is that it cost $14 million
to not be any better whatsoever, and now to make it worse, and now to put it back, they have to go in. They're going to have to sandblast the entire thing. They're going to have to get back to the granite. They're going to have to, which is the whole point of it, that it was a dark bottom pool, granite that didn't reflect the paint. It's just like everything about the guy's he's a fucking moron. I find it crazy that we don't have anybody in any position of power that can go, hey man, you got to stop.
Well, they currently have people in hip waders vacuuming clumps of algae.
Clumps. It took 4 days for clumps.
Pool. They have also hired crews to dump gallons of hydrogen peroxide into the pool.
Gallons? It's like massive. Gallons.
Well, yeah.
Like 50-gallon drums? They better start going crazy.
It continues to grow green.
It's going to kill any wildlife that gets in that pool with the hydrogen peroxide.
But his Department of Interior spokesperson says state of the art, best ever. No one's ever seen anything like it. Filtration called the ozone nanobubbler has been installed, and it is working.
Why does that sound like a stripper's name? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ozone nanobubbler. Yeah.
Ooh, her trick. You don't want to see her trick.
Go, what is she doing? I don't know, but it's a bubble.
So they said due to deploying this advanced nanobubbler technology, the algae is dead and being vacuumed up as we speak.
If the algae's green, it's not dead.
Well, then why are people in hip waders vacuuming
if it's dead,
dumping hydrogen peroxide in there right now?
Because what a fragile little bitch our president is. Anything that goes wrong, did Hunter Biden pee in it? Maybe is that what happened?
I'm sure.
Is it possible that Hunter Biden peed in the reflecting pool and that's why it's algae? All this crack pee would make it full of algae.
Actually, that might clean it up.
It's crystal clear. Hunter would be like flipping him off the whole time. Yeah, I'll fix it. So we've got that going on. What really bothers...
Crack pee actually sounds like a pimp. So we've got
what's up, everybody?
Ozone nanobubbler being pimped out by crack pee.
Yo, I'm crack pee. Where my money at?
We do have public records showing that an Ohio company has been hired to install the filtration system.
Now, wouldn't it have been better to install the system, the filtration system, while they were working on it instead of just painting it another color? Because what I found out is when you actually take something apart, you drain it, you get while everything's dry, you go in and refix everything.
Right.
Instead they just got some Krylon and put dark blue or whatever color they ended up using on it, and now it's a joke. He's a joke. Everything he touches is a joke.
Well, we were talking about this before, is that this is how everything
there's nothing
up that he does.
But nothing's worked.
I can't say fart floor action response
They
team
called
enough.
their crew the Floor Action Response Team, and no one went, hey, man, that acronym's kind of weird. No one went, that acronym's not really right.
It's just constantly like that. And so, now he's fixing the reflecting pool that didn't need to be fixed, just like he fixed the Iran deal, which had already been made.
Wow.
So now he keeps saying, we're opening the strait, it's going to be beautiful. It was already open. It was open. And we had seized Iranian money, and we had sanctioned them, and they were complying.
Yep, we had inspectors going in like every 3 or 4 months. Yep.
And now we
were verifying.
Don't have any of that.
Right.
We're giving all the money back.
I think we should talk about that. I want to talk about JFK too, the JFK Center for the Performing Arts. So here's what a fragile, tiny, dicked human he is. So I've never really talked about this because you have to think about what is wrong with this man at his core that he didn't just do good work. So one day we gave him a monument, which is what presidents do.
It was actually a memorial.
A memorial to JFK.
Assassinated president.
Right. But who's also a great president though. So he just slaps his name above, didn't put it under, did the John F. Kennedy and Donald Trump. That would have been cool.
No, it would not.
It still would have been, but it would have been a tiny bit better. At least, but he put it above JFK's name.
It just literally doesn't make sense.
The Donald Trump and John F. Kennedy Performing Arts Center. What
I gotta tell you, you're gonna need to stay healthy during all of this.
Yes,
you're gonna need AG1, something that we use every damn day.
I had it this morning.
You have a whole concoction.
I was just thinking of how good I felt, and then I think, it's because I did AG1 this morning.
It starts with you going in the yard in your underpants and getting a lemon.
How did you
from the
know
lemon
that
tree.
I did that this morning? You saw me go
You
in
do
the
it
yard?
every morning.
Okay, go into my underpants, grab a lemon off the tree.
Then AG1, if you haven't tried it yet, you have to try it. We've told you so many times, but it is a powder. It is green in color. It tastes excellent. It has over 75 whole food source superfood ingredients, vitamins, minerals, adaptogens, probiotics, prebiotics, gut health. 100% can confirm.
And it literally works. Here's what I love about it.
Multivitamin.
Here's how I know it works. So sometimes I'll get up in the morning, I'll have coffee and then make my gut feel a little acidy before I have anything. I've stopped doing that. Now I do my AG1 first, but I used to do that. AG1 would cure it. It would stop. Anything I felt in my gut would go away. The guy that invented it, people, actually invented it because his gut hurt. It wasn't some guy going, hey, we got this product, we're going to make billions. He was like, you know what? I'm going to invent this thing. Kept working on it, finally come up with this beautiful.
Actually, he was probably like,
yeah. I can't. I really hope this works.
I get it, sir. I get it.
So,
and it's backed by 4 clinical trials, so he's not messing around.
And the cool thing about it is nothing. So I put creatine in it. I put 10 grams of creatine in it. I put a little bit of honey in it. I put my whole lemon with the juice of 1 lemon. And I got to tell you, it has changed my my daily health. I'm actually kind of addicted to it now. In fact, you ever do something that makes you feel so good when you stop doing it, you forget to do it one day, you mad?
You notice.
Yeah, that's what I did.
This is something that I notice if I don't have. Like if I leave the house on accident without having it, I think about it all day until I can get back and get it. That's how much better it makes me feel. Go to drinkag1.com/Titus. You'll get a free, it's the coolest hat. It says morning person on it. And you'll get the free AG1 flavor sampler in that whole welcome kit we've told you guys about before. It's huge. It's got all of this cool stuff in it. You'll get that with your first AG1 subscription. That's all like an $82 value. That's drinkag1.com/Titus.
I did 6,500 steps this morning. You know that?
In your underpants.
No, I walked through the neighborhood with clothes on.
Okay, JFK Center.
So JFK Center. So let me just say this. Do you imagine the audacity, but also the lack of any sort of human empathy or cool, like the douchebag you have to be to put your name above JFK, literally one of the top 10 presidents by any historian's level, and to put it above him and leave it there like, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. So court comes down and says, you have to take the name off. He says you have to take, and they didn't just say that. They said you have to take a name off. You have to take any kind of promotional material that has your name on it. You have to go. Just it goes back to the JFK Center. You had no right to do it. You had no right to close it. You had no, so it's going to be open again.
They fought this.
Yeah, they fought this too. So here's what this pussy did. Here's what this pusillanimous loser did. When they first did it, when they put the name up, they used one of the like those scissor lifts, right? And you could see what they were doing. This time, because he didn't want any pictures of his name not being there anymore,
or being removed,
they put up scaffolding and then put like a circus tent over it to hide it. What a pathetic.
So a whole crowd came, you guys, to watch. It's like the toppling of the Saddam statue.
Exactly.
People gathered around on Friday, and that's why he did it. He covered that scaffolding with tarp, and so you could see kind of from the sides that they were working. But we don't know if now that it's been supposedly it was confirmed that it was removed, but
we don't know.
Take the tarp down,
and there's no pictures
of the JFK Center that was named after him in memoriam.
And then what else? What else did he was going to name after himself? Oh, he's going to build the Arc de Triomphe. He wants to do that. He's claiming he's claiming that the weight the reflecting pool is his deal. Which God, it's all you now, bud. It's all yours. All green. But let's talk about the Iran deal because
let me just tell you this. Actually, I was looking for it. Photojournalists did get pictures. You can go see pictures where they kind of got angled side and you could see the workers removing the letters.
Good. Oh, when this guy dies, the joy, the party, everything that he's touched is going to be destroyed. You know that, right? Everything he pissed on, everything he put his scent on is going to go away. I was like, and then we'll move on the Iran deal. They showed a picture of the White House with all this gold shit. Like I've never seen a tackier, more white trash loser room in my life. Go bring a picture of the White House up because you're of the. Have you? It's not just one or two. It's not tasteful. It's every 4 feet. There's another gold.
Yeah.
Is that Alzheimer's? Is that like a mental thing?
He's always been into gold and like chintzy shit. Don't you remember that?
But there's so many of them
with Melania in the apartment.
With the
Baron and like,
on the piano and all the gold.
The gold and the tiger stripes and it's just always been bad.
It's the worst, right? We have the worst white trash president.
Yes.
Back to LBJ, who was actually saying, "Can you make my pants bigger because my hog gets in the way?"
Oh God,
he said that.
I know.
I
found that out because on this podcast years ago, I don't even remember who was with us. I did end up reading that because I didn't believe you guys. But
because my hog's getting in the way.
I'm just a hog, LBJ's hog, and I'm pissing on your leg like a dog. Ladies, leave this room, I ain't pretty, cause I'm a long, long Willie. He calls me Jumbo too, I need a custom zipper. You can drive me on Vietnam, because I'm big as a bomb. I am LBJ's hog, I am tall.
I mean... So, white trash president, we also had UFC on the White House lawn.
And Travis Pastrana, the Nitro Circus guys were there.
That's
I was so bummed out. And then Nate Bargatze was there too. And I'm like, well, I guess that, here's the problem. Someone said it's not a big deal. He loves MMA fighting. He loves the UFC. I was like, well, that's literally, we have a guy that literally, because of him, 750,000 people died worldwide because of starvation and stuff because we cut USAID. We had 1 million people die because of COVID. He fucks up on the daily. He's passed no legislation except for a tax cut for billionaires. And he's killed, we've killed Americans in the streets and disappeared other people that were legally allowed to be here. And you were going to go back that dude up?
And we're in a voluntary war of choice.
We chose it, yes.
We are experiencing shortages already.
Water and fuel.
Already we're back to not being able to get our water at Costco.
Yeah. That's a weird one to me because
it's going to get worse. Give it a couple months for this backup to catch up.
Here's what people don't get. They're going to get the news today that, there's a deal. Well, and I read it in the Armageddon debate. There's not a deal, guys. Here's what the deal is. It's a deal to talk about a deal. That's basically what they have. They have a deal to talk about. They docu-signed something over the internet.
There was a docu-sign.
Over the internet that says we are negotiating. We have a 60-day ceasefire, which the last ceasefire, nobody ceased firing.
They did not cease to fire.
No, there was much firing going on.
Not only that, but Iran, who continues to troll him with YouTube videos and AI videos, he said there's a deal. They came out and said, nah.
No. Light on the seas, heavy on the fire. That's what the ceasefire was last time. Very light on the seas. So now there's no deal. But here's what the deal in Tim. Now, when I went through the Armageddon update and I said what Obama did and I said what Trump's deal. Obama's deal was so good that it wouldn't have ended. It wouldn't have ended till 2030, maybe. And then there was a thing for an extension to 2040. Right. And then we had, and yes, people go, we gave them $12 billion back. Or no, sorry, it was $1.7 billion. Obama gave them back $1.7 billion. It was their money that was from a deal from the 70s with Carter. There was an arms deal that wasn't right. And so we kept their money after they took the hostages.
Right.
Okay. So they got their money back, no interest. 1.7 billion. Do you remember all the maggots going crazy about that? Yes. Do you remember everybody flipping out? Can't believe Obama giving them boob. We need to move it Muslim boob. Okay. Here's what the deal currently is on the table for Trump's deal. Trump has to give them $24 billion back from other deals we sanctioned to even sit down and talk with Trump. This is why when I say there's no deal, there's no deal.
Right.
To just sit down and start negotiating, we have to give them $12 billion to start.
That sounds like the best deal maker ever.
Doesn't it sound like a guy who knows what he's up to?
Really?
So then they're going to negotiate. At the end of the deal, we have to give them the other 12. Here's what else is in the deal. Iran wants and said that we will only start negotiating if you agree to this, $300 billion to rebuild Iran from the bombing. Now, what people forget, can you look up how many bases? We have to build Iran. We are going to build Iran. Yes, 300 billion. That's what it says on paper. Can you do me a favor? Can you look up real quick how bad our bases got destroyed? Because they shredded all of our bases in the Middle East. Yes. We're effed. And the problem is that the Trump administration, they're so weak and pathetic. They're so sad and cowardly. They won't even let us know what happened.
Satellite imagery shows that over a dozen American installations from Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE have been hit, with most bases rendered all but inhabitable. And then I could go down each one and tell you how bad it is.
All but inhabitable, which means that they destroyed our military bases in the Middle East, right?
Mm-hmm. U.S. personnel has had to be temporarily relocated to local hotels and office buildings.
And the Air Force is like, we were already here. The Air Force already had rooms.
Exactly. Hey, you knew one of my military jokes.
That's right. So our bases are shredded in the Middle East. We can actually say we lost.
We've lost hangars, fuel storage, air defense, radar arrays, Camp Buehring in Kuwait, which I think
was there. Yeah, that was there. Yeah.
Has also reportedly been bombed by an enemy fixed-wing aircraft, which is a rare breach in base security. The U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet headquarters in Manama, that's Bahrain, was extensively struck, destroyed buildings, damaged satellite communications.
Which is why the plane got through.
Qatar key satellite communications equipment and infrastructure, the largest U.S. facility in that area, were destroyed. We've had damage in Saudi to expensive surveillance aircraft, such as E-3 Sentries and refueling tankers. I'm sure we won't need those. UAE and Jordan, state-of-the-art terminal high-altitude area defense missile defense batteries were heavily damaged. I like that I said missile.
So here's how bad this guy fucked up. The arrogance of ignorance.
Hundreds of millions of
hundreds
dollars.
Of billions.
Yeah.
Hundreds of billions of dollars. All that to replace all that equipment? Now, which is good for America because America loves their war machine. They love the military industrial complex. So he wants 1.5 trillion for the military this next year. Can't feed people, can't actually have soft power, can't be the good guys anymore. Yep. We're going to be the assholes.
Yep.
So we've got this dipshit who avoided the draft, who called our soldiers suckers and losers, has a Fox News host currently running our military. Could anyone have foreseen that this didn't go that well? Could anyone have foreseen that maybe all our bases are shredded and the Iranians are kicking our ass?
I did get a tingling when they built the hair and makeup studio at the Pentagon. I thought, that makes me think some things militarily might not be going as well in the future.
Yes. When you guys have stopped going to buy weapons and are going to Ulta.
Exactly.
That is not the best way to run a military.
Speaking of Ulta, which this is not located at, but it made me think of how good my skin has been looking. This episode brought to you by OneSkin.
Yep.
You knew I was going to say that.
Because I have it on right now.
There is nothing like OneSkin when it comes to skincare companies. It's actually not hype. It's science, which is not really being respected these days.
What is this science you speak of?
I know, exactly. Female longevity researchers, doctors who actually went into the lab and wanted to see if they could reduce those zombie cells that cause visible...
Senescent cells?
Exactly. Signs of, like, wrinkles, visible signs of aging, like wrinkles, fine lines, loss of elasticity. They went into the lab and said, we got to find something that will reverse that, not just cover it up. So you're not just piling crap on. And they found OS1. It's a proprietary peptide. Try to say that 5 times very quickly.
Proprietary peptide, proprietary peptide, proprietary peptide, proprietary peptide, proprietary peptide.
Okay, right. Good. You screwed it up.
Okay, 4 out of 5 though.
It's the first ingredient that's actually been proven in the lab to switch off those damaged senescent cells, which slows down your skin's aging at the source. So it's backed by trials. It's backed by lab research.
And I have real world results. I did gigs this week. I did, where did I go? I did Cleveland, Detroit.
Toronto.
I was in Detroit at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle. By the way, sold out show, standing ovation, guys. You guys were great. And I got to say, Cleveland got another standing ovation. And I ran into Nick. Nick's our best. So I'm there and I got the food. I was in the green room and I got some food. And then the waitress brought it and she was like, blah, blah, blah. And she said, she goes, I'm getting old. I'm turning 40. And I started laughing. I told her my age and she looked at me. She goes, no fucking way. So, and I'd like to thank OneSkin for that.
OneSkin, and you put it on, and it doesn't smell like stuff. It's just, and it doesn't make my skin red. I don't get irritated from this. And the body, OS1 body, is awesome too.
And you're easy to irritate.
And I also use the. They have 2 lip products, and I use that every night before bed. So born from over a decade of longevity research, OneSkin's OS1 peptide has been proven to target the visible signs of aging, which helps you unlock your healthiest skin now and as you continue to age. I'm even hydrating while I'm doing this ad. For a limited time, try OneSkin 15% off if you use promo code Titus at oneskin.co/Titus. That's 15% off oneskin.co with promo code Titus. After you purchase, tell them we sent you.
So we now have our bases. We were basically kind of had a juggernaut going in the Middle East, and part of the reason we've had Middle East peace for kind of so long until Israel got all froggy.
Is that what we're calling it?
Well, I mean, Hamas
they do continue to be froggy even when
nothing's going on.
We're ceasing firing.
Yeah. No,
they continue to Not
light on the seas,
firing.
heavy on the fire.
Exactly.
Light on the seas.
So I do just want to tell you guys, just detail-wise, what we do know is that there was a DocuSign, JD Vance and Trump.
Why should we know this?
Signed the agreement, which is weird. He was so against auto pen and digital signing and stuff.
And a Post-it note.
But DocuSign, I'm sure somebody he knows owns DocuSign.
Right. I'm also sure there's no way to hack into it.
No. The agreement is to end the blockade, our blockade of Iranian ports.
So we're ending our blockade.
Yes. To reopen the strait and to begin 60 days of nuclear negotiations.
So that's the deal.
We already
so this isn't a deal.
This is to begin talking about.
So
Parliament Speaker Ghalibaf signed the document for the Iranian side. Ding Dong and Dipshit signed for our side. Netanyahu, in his first comments on the agreement, said he and Trump, quote, do not always see eye to eye. Meanwhile, Israel and Hezbollah continued fighting after the announcement of the ceasefire, with both sides claiming responsibility for strikes in southern Lebanon. Poor Lebanon's really getting
I think Lebanon's just like, guys, fuck,
this is not a ceasefire.
Cease. Do you guys know what the word cease means? So now we've got Israel, who and listen, you can say what you want. Doesn't it seem that Israel is the bad actor in this? When the ceasefire, they kept bombing.
War is a bad actor,
right? But they kept bombing, and during the ceasefire, they're not listening to Trump. I always wonder what Netanyahu has on Trump, because he does capitulate to Israel a lot. So we now have our bases destroyed. We're pulling out our blockade, so Iran gets everything it wants. It's going to get ships going back into ports in Iran. They're going to get all the goods and services they need that we're waiting for. We, on the other hand, still have to worry about getting ships through the Strait, because now, people don't understand what he did. So the Strait of Hormuz was open. It was open. He started a war with Iran. Iran had never closed the Strait before. They realized, fuck it, we're going to go close the Strait. Well, they did it now. Now they know they can run the world's shipping lane, one of the major shipping lanes of the world, any fucking time they want to. On top of that, we wanted regime change. Well, they killed the head leader of Iran. Guess who took over?
Let me guess. Like the same guy.
His son.
The same.
So who now has
politics,
a vendetta. If not worse, they said he's more hardline than his dad.
Okay.
So now we didn't get regime change.
How old is he?
I don't know, 29, 39.
Now we got an Iranian millennial.
I'm special. I can do what I want. So now we got basically the same ideology, except he's mad now because Trump killed his dad.
Oy.
And then, and by the way, the entire country hates us way worse because we killed 160 girls at a girls' school, And what I've never seen such a massive fuck up as president. Such a massive fuck up. Listen, you're fucking up the world's. Iran's been a bad actor forever. They've been the shittiest. Like we're always waiting for Iran to pull some shit, right?
Right.
So he fucks up this major deal. We don't have any allies. See, because Obama had gathered everybody together.
Actually, after Back to the Future, I always had nightmares about the Libyans.
That's over now.
Okay.
Yeah, because remember the box cutter incident?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a box cutter incident. So that was a big international deal to start a war with another country, to the point it was so out of line that none of our allies joined. Italy was like, you cannot land a plane here. Don't be landing on no planes. Yeah. We don't want a piece of this. Sorry, I have to sound like Luigi. So we did it on our own. We'd got no help from the world. We've isolated ourselves even further. Our bases are fucking destroyed, and we have to give Iran $300 billion.
So just importantly, because who knows this shit, In 2015, it was a bipartisan deal. Took a long time. It was under Obama.
Multi-country signed up.
Iran agreed to significantly reduce its enriched uranium stockpile, dismantle 2/3 of its centrifuges, and modify its heavy water reactor to prevent it from producing weapons-grade plutonium.
So, which means no nukes.
They also agreed to implement strict long-term inspection protocols and allow the IAEA unprecedented access to its nuclear supply chain and facilities.
To verify that they were not making nukes or enriching uranium.
In 2018, Donald Trump unilaterally...
Wait, who did this?
Donald Trump.
Okay.
Unilaterally. No consulting anybody. No countries involved, anything.
No meeting with Congress.
Withdrew the United States from the JCPOA, criticizing it as a horrible deal that had an expiration date, and he said did not address Iran's regional activities or ballistic missile program. Because of this, Iran gradually stepped away from its commitments by increasing its uranium enrichment.
So we had a president, a U.S. president, go in, got the world behind it, went into this terrorist country.
U.S., U.K., France, Germany, Russia, China, and the EU.
So we got the crew together. We got the gang together. We got the posse.
The JCPOA.
Nice. Yeah. And we got something done that no one had gotten done. We already knew Iran all the way back to Carter. Iran was a problem. Unprecedented. And then fucktard comes in and just goes, we're out of the deal now. Why? Because it's a horrible deal. Why is it a horrible deal? Because it's not, I didn't do it. My name's not on it.
That's why the Kennedy Center is such a great illustration of that, is that if it's not his name, he cannot stand it. Yeah.
But also he's a white supremacist. You cannot stand that a black man made that deal.
There is that as well. Just reference his face during the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I've never seen anything like that. You're going to need to stay in shape. This episode brought to you by Fitbod.
Best thing I've ever done. I can say this. For many years, I had a problem staying in shape.
Tell them what it is first.
So Fitbod is an app that runs you through. You go in and you do your profile. You set up what you want, what kind of shape you want to get in. Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to build bulk? Do you want to go full body all the time? Do you want to get lean? You pick all that. You go pick all the categories, and then you hit your workout. You can set it up to where you do upper body one day, lower body. You can do full body. You can. I
just want one big right arm.
Yes, you could do that.
Who is that?
Only righties. I'm only doing righties.
Wasn't that a superhero?
Righty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Ryan Farmer is losing his mind somewhere.
There's somewhere. So, what it does for me is it tracks my workouts. Fitbod, I'm at over 630 workouts now.
That's insane.
I'm 4 times a week. It has developed a habit in me that I won't stop. My body
confirm. Sometimes comes home, and if it's 10 o'clock at night, it doesn't matter. He gets that workout in. My body fat is down to under 20%, which was a big deal. How are you measuring that?
I'm using that scale we bought that measures it, that runs the electrical through your thing.
That thing didn't work.
It worked. Well, look, I'm taking what it says.
Wait. Oh, you got to teach me? Well, maybe I don't want to know. Go ahead.
It's just dropped a lot. So
you're noticing all of these improvements.
And I'll say this. This last weekend, I went to Ninja Sunday. Here's the thing. When you say it's practical
Sunday
world, I went to Ninja Sunday at Tony Horton's house, and we do these crazy exercises. And there's this thing called the peg board. He's got this giant peg board, and you have to go up like this, and it takes all the strength you had. In the years I've gone, I've never made it up. This week, I made it up.
So this did happen. He called me after this happened, and we kind of did our own ad with nobody listening. I said, Fitbod, because it's literally where there's nothing holding you in but pegs, and you have to, with your body weight hanging from it, pull a peg out and keep putting it in holes to climb. Yeah. And this is the first time ever, and it's because you're doing
20-foot ropes. So we do a thing called 2 ropes.
Yeah,
where 2 ropes hanging down. Okay, and no legs, just this.
Yeah.
I do that twice.
Do you do that like that?
I do a lot of wiggling.
Okay, so and this app obviously uses the equipment that you have, and that could be none. You can do this at home. It shows you videos how to do it. As somebody who was in fitness competitions and stuff. I think this is such a game changer for people who are afraid to start because they don't understand it.
If you set it on body weight, people,
level up
yourself.
your workout. Join Fitbod today to get your personalized workout plan. It's going to be different for you than it is for anybody else. You'll get 25% off your subscription, or just try the app for free for 7 days at fitbod.me/Titus, fitbod.me/Titus.
So it's been phenomenal. And guys, try the body weight thing on that. It'll kill you. That's the only thing I really complain about when I have to do a body weight workout. Oh my God. I'm hateful.
That is the one that you complain about the most.
True.
But you do seem to really love it. I say this every time, but it's the first time I've ever seen you get so hooked on like a workout thing, like we went through phases, right? Like we used to go do plyos in the park.
I'm at 2.5 years hardcore.
We went through a running phase, it's like different, and we would get tired of it and move on. And you have for 2.5 years been doing this very consistently every week. So
I'm proud of me.
I'm proud of you.
We are in a weird time in America right now. I'm watching. What are the poll numbers now? What's he doing on the poll numbers?
Abysmal, I think.
It's like in the 20s, it's low 20, high 20s now? Is it high 20s now? High 20s or low 30s
I
at
thought
best?
It was low 30s, but let's see.
So we've got...
and it depends on what you're looking at.
Inflation was 4.2% last month. Did you hear what he said? We didn't talk about this. He got on the camera and he goes, I love inflation.
Yes, I did. I watched that video.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah. Like we got elected.
That's somebody that doesn't know what inflation is.
Love inflation. Got it. Bring it. Give us all the inflation we need, dude. Do you think people? There's a slight. Do you think his chief of staff? She just goes in the back and bangs her head off a table.
Yes.
Just constantly, just motherfucker. Just keeps.
He probably loves it because he just learned that TION makes the sound shun. It's like groceries. Nobody uses that word.
Inflation. I'll tell you that. We were just talking about that. Like when he doesn't know words. Like remember when he said whole milk with a W? It's got a W in front of it, which means, and I'm talking to Ken about that, which means somebody told him, he wrote it somewhere, whole, HOLE, and they went, no, whole milk, like it's complete, whole, WHO. And he was like, it's got a W in it. Like nobody knows that. So here's how arrogant and narcissistic this fuck is. When he doesn't know shit, he thinks that no one else knows shit, and he has to explain it. Groceries, this word groceries. Who would have thought of this word groceries? Whoever uses it. It's such an amazing word, groceries. It's when you put a bunch of stuff in a bag and it's groceries. And because he didn't know.
Yes.
So he thinks you didn't know.
Yes.
And I didn't know.
And this is why it's not fair that the R word has been canceled.
That is true.
Which I only ever used for someone like him. Right?
Yes.
There was apparently, so the UFC fight, another thing that everything bumped me about
can we start at just the base level white trash that it was?
I just want to say that it was heavily funded by corporate sponsors, including Bud Light, of course, because how are you going to make it even more white trash?
But didn't they hate Bud Light because transgender?
No, we're past that now.
Okay, all right.
Because Bud Light
back?
gave him money. Yeah.
Ugh.
The online prediction market thing, Polymarket, Crypto.com, the legal firm Morgan & Morgan. Also, and this makes me think of the Easter egg hunt, right? Because never before did we have corporate sponsors.
Right.
Where did that money go? Where is the
he sold
accounting that money?
Do you know he sold a coin for $11,000? A gold coin for $11,000 that commemorated this.
Okay. Well, also a crypto venture associated with the Trump family named World Liberty Financial served as the official sponsor and the official merchandise partner.
We've never had a president rape the emoluments clause as bad as this dude.
Fanatics was...
We've never had a president just throw out all the rules. In our lifetime, we haven't lived in this corrupt of a country. It's this is the president. This is the head guy.
Can I just say what the most heinous thing about this was?
I mean, it's a high bar.
And I know.
It's a high bar.
And so, I really mean it. And I'm really fucking tired of this stuff. Is at the end, one of the fighters gets on the mic and says, Michelle Obama, we all know Michelle Obama is a man. And it's over. It's over, Christians. You that call yourself.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Yourselves Christians. Let's just stop with the bullshit and call it what it really is. I'm really tired of that. Really tired.
When I saw it the day after the fight, I saw that and I thought to myself, a fury arose in me, number one, because you had this amazing woman who's brilliant. She's got grace. She's got class. She's everything that, that a first lady should be, and then some. People always forget. They like, well, yeah. When Bill Burr did that bit about her, like, it was heinous what he said in that one special. I'll tell you this. She was already at the law firm before Obama got there. She was already kicking ass in her career. She's a motherfucker. For this dickhead, this doughy, fat UFC fighter. Did you see him? He's not ripped.
His name is Josh Hokett.
So here's the hackiest thing he did. First of all,
he says it to Joe Rogan too,
who laughs. Mm-hmm. By the way, here's the worst thing. He gets up there and he goes, "She's a man. Am I right? Am I right?"
We got annoyed. It's known as one of the most hackiest things to do in comedy. I know that because I did it, and you and Slade and Sam just destroyed me. I think it was like my second time on an improv stage.
Am I right?
Yeah, who's drinking? Fuck Osama bin Laden.
But here's the thing: the people that laughed about it. Can I tell you this? What I thought when I saw it, I thought, we're not going to fix this. The only way this gets fixed is through the Tree of Liberty. Quote.
Some people did boo. I was happy to know that even the kinds of people that were drawn to this kind of event still would stand up in that way and boo.
But here's the thing. The Obamas have nothing to do with this. There's nothing. The Obamas are living their life. The Obamas are opening a library. He sold a book for $60 million. They're fine. They're living their lives. Why the fuck would this hacky, dumb UFC fighter just out of the blue bring up Michelle Obama? Like, what's the fucking point?
In general, so much more telling. It says so much more about you as a man than it does about Michelle Obama. Because truly powerful men don't need to disparage women in order to be powerful.
But here's how dumb he is.
I do just want to say that Dana White, who is the UFC president and CEO, said yesterday, I understand that the Obamas are public figures, but I am completely against saying nasty and false things about people's families. Everyone knows my position on free speech, but I hate this kind of nonsense.
Yeah, Dana White can go fuck himself. So wait a minute. But here's how dumb this guy is. Mm-hmm. Here's how he insulted Michelle Obama. Mm-hmm. Said she was a man. Mm-hmm. He's a man. You're a man who made fun of someone for being a man.
Right.
Yeah. Do you see how it's the worst insult ever?
Honestly, what I thought was it wasn't his first choice of what he wanted to call her. And so that's what came out. Because this is the same administration that a couple months ago posted AI images of the Obamas as apes. And, we've moved past that. And that, again, I say, Christians, where are you? Where are you guys?
They're all there. They're just going, yeah.
Not real ones. I beg to differ.
Are there real ones anymore, though? It seems like they've all co-opted the entire religion to just justify their white supremacy and their bullshit. It's like what the Puritans did in Massachusetts when we first started the country. They used religion to fucking kill people. And now we've got these people that are just saying, I'm a Christian, I'm a good Christian. And on Threads, there's been a whole, I guess X is dying. It's just people fighting amongst each other now because they're all the same. So they're all kind of heading to Threads. Well,
they're going to Threads.
Yeah, because everybody they were fighting against moved to Threads.
I remember this.
And so so now we've got all these people going, if you actually support gay rights, you're going to burn in hell. Like that's a thread. And I'm like, well, first of all, you obviously don't understand what Jesus said or what was in the Bible or what was written. There's no verses about hating gay people. And it's just, they use
there's one verse about homosexuality, but then comes the question, if you really want to dive in, and this is another, podcast where I don't have a Costello hair in my right eye. I'm not emotional. I just can't get this hair out of my freaking eye. That there have been translations of the original manuscripts, multiple translations. A lot of them were politically motivated.
To control the population.
By the church, yeah. Well, for whatever different reason, was going on at the time. It's how our country was founded. They wanted to escape that, what was largely political oppression by the church. And now here we are again. But if you look at, an earlier version, the Greek word arsenokoutoi is actually used in that verse about it being an abomination. And arsenokoutoi, I loosely translates, because I don't have the exact words in my mind, but he who lays with children.
So it's about pedophiles.
So I just want to throw that, food for thought out there.
And I think our moral compass says that's bad. And yet a guy who's running the country seems to arsenokoutoi quite a bit.
Yeah. And that's what they did on Monday. It was arsenokoutoi boxing. I find that interesting because I'm an overthinker, obviously, and I have overthought, period. I could finish that sentence there. And I have thought a lot about how focused these Christians are on gay people, while they are really eager to move, trans and drag brunches, and they're really eager to move past
arsenokoutoi stuff.
Jeffrey Epstein, the files not being released, the fact that the guy who is your great white hope is in the files more than anyone else. We have video in a sworn deposition of Jeffrey Epstein saying Donald Trump was his very best friend for over a decade. We have countless. Virginia Giuffre was recruited from Mar-a-Lago. I mean, so you guys are just so quick to overlook this. The other insight I have into this is that my brother is a Homeland Security investigator. And when he started, he said, I don't want to take those cases. I have children. I have 2 daughters. And they were like, got it. And he didn't. And now they are so inundated that it's all he does. And it is eating him alive. So I just think that it's a very interesting idea that there is a literal, in my own brother's words, explosion of this kind of shit.
Do you think it's because of the internet, or do you think it was already there? We just weren't aware of it because of the internet. Now we're aware of it because of the internet.
He says that, a lot of what their caseload inundation began during COVID, when people had time at home to go down rabbit holes.
I don't understand. Okay. All right. Okay. I've heard this. We've talked about the rabbit hole. I've gone down a rabbit hole looking at how to put an LS motor in a Corvette. I've got lost in
K-beauty.
I've got lost in stuff. I've gone down rabbit
Promo
holes.
codes for shoes.
Give me right, but like Corvette wise, let me like 60s racers. How do I paint this car? I've gone down rabbit hole where I looked at the clock and I was 4 hours into research.
Why Yorkies are assholes?
Right, or Yorkies are assholes. We cannot figure it out. Nobody knows. I've never gone down a rabbit hole about naked children. I don't understand because I don't have. Listen, if that's your wiring, we don't need your wiring.
Bye.
If that's your wiring, we need to get rid of you.
Yep.
We need to take you out of the gene pool. Right. You're not fixing it. If that's what you're going for, get the fuck out of the gene pool. And whatever we have to do. Although Florida did just pass a law. Did you see that? Florida passed a law that child predators will be killed now.
Yeah. Wow. Florida's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of homes available.
Yeah, they're gonna get washed away
property.
by climate change
Oh,
anyway.
Right, that's right. And you can't get insurance coverage, so I just think it's so interesting that what if that we know that was, an earlier meaning in that verse, and meanwhile that is exploding and they're like no, but gay people.
But also, why would of course the church has a problem with this, so of course the church would change the meeting. Of course, the church, if it's Arsino Kutai and the church has a problem with this, pretty much literally like a virus.
By the way, finding out about this was a rabbit hole. I went down.
Yeah.
You need sleep because this is a hard world. This episode brought to you by Helix. Yeah, you can literally change your sleep life if you just get a Helix mattress. Ken is here. He can confirm as well. This mattress,
our daughter can confirm. She sleeps on that mattress in the guest room
at our house. I was like, did she get? Oh, yes. So Kenny actually, when she spends the night, she does slumber parties with me, and she used to sleep in one bedroom where I had bought a mattress when we moved in, and then we got a Helix and for another guest room. And she has now switched to that room. You're right.
Because of the mattress.
Because of the mattress.
Yep.
And she said, this mattress is way more comfortable than that one. And that one was more expensive. So you go online, you take the sleep quiz. It's super fast and it spits out the results of what it believes you should be sleeping on based on all of your issues, needs, partners, snoring, side sleeper, whatever you have going on.
A mattress tailored to you instead of just snacking something off the rack.
Yes. And you get a good night's sleep. It just sets you up for the rest of the day. When you don't sleep, you're just wrecked the next day.
And angry.
And everything seems worse.
Hollow.
That's on the news.
Hateful.
Yeah.
When you don't sleep.
And you can track your sleep improvement if you use an Oura Ring or an Apple Watch. It's pretty crazy, the difference once you start sleeping on a good mattress. Also, I love the quality. I love the way it comes. We've said this before, but the one in that bedroom has a memory foam topper. And so instead of them just throwing it in the casing, it's actually this very well tailored zippered pocket that you from a separate box get the memory foam, slide that in, and then zip it shut. And you can help you deal with night sweats, back pain, all that. I just think it's great. You get 120 night sleep trial, limited lifetime warranty, easy returns. If you don't like it during that 120 days, you just let them know. It's risk free. Why not try it?
If you sleep better, you heal better. That's where all the healing takes place.
That's actually the truth.
Yes.
Right now, you can jump in on their 4th of July sale. You can get 20% off site-wide, 25% off Luxe mattresses, and 30% off Elite mattresses. Let me say that again because I screwed that up. 20% off site-wide, 25% off Luxe, 30% off Elite mattresses, which is what we have. If you go to helixsleep.com/Titus, that's helixsleep.com/Titus. helixsleep.com/Titus. That's a great deal. 30% off the Elite.
Especially,
is what we
especially for how comfortable that mattress is. We were talking about heat and stuff in Florida because Florida's. We have something. Can you bring this up? There's a super. It's called a super El Nino coming.
Oh yeah. Well, have you noticed how humid it is?
Yeah.
Humid it is.
Humid it is. Humid it is. Humid it is.
I don't know why that felt so weird.
Humid it is.
It's so humid. I got this body. I wanted to try this instead of fake tan because I hate the way it smells. And then airbrush tan, you got to go, be naked.
Lift your parts up.
Yeah, it's just a lot. And so I tried this body perfector stuff, and it's supposed to be transfer proof. And I did it on Friday, and I had to go to therapy, and she has a white couch.
Oh no.
And it's so
oh no.
Yeah.
You left orange streaks
everything
on the
I
couch?
touched. Because it's so humid, my console, there's an elbow circle.
When you got it, I was like, is this stuff? I was like, is this makeup?
Humid. It's too yeah, it's kind of like
it's not a tanner.
Well, it's supposed to soak in and last 3 days, but
it does
not work for humidity. So
I thought humanity.
or humanity.
Humidity or humanity.
Super El Nino is here.
It's definite. Okay, because they've been saying it looks like it's going to happen, which means that the ocean is going to be crazy hot.
It's officially begun.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
I'm not wrong, and neither is my therapist couch. It is going to increase temperatures worldwide. This is according to NOAA, which he's, dismantled. Meteorologists are warning this is going to be the strongest El Nino of the century.
Back to like 1870, right?
It's expected to drive extreme weather events around the world, including both severe droughts and heavy rainfall, which is going to lead to major disruptions in agricultural production and food security, as though we don't already have that.
On top of all the fertilizer that we can't make because the Strait of Hormuz got shut down and oil supply stopped. On top of, we're not going to be able to get the trucks with the food because the gas isn't going to get here. Those ships move at 14 miles an hour. So even if the deal gets done tomorrow,
no, we've got 60 days to talk about a deal.
Oh, that's right. There's no deal. 60 days. So it's going to take 3 to 4 months to get that oil and gas online, so we can actually get it. So we're fucked till Christmas, honestly. And on top of that, we're going to have extreme weather events that's going to ruin our food production. Well, I guess, I don't need Ozempic. Why? Because we've got Trump as president.
Stock up.
We're just going to starve.
Stock up. We have 25-pound bags of rice in our garage. Fuck? So El Nino is a cyclical, naturally occurring weather pattern that you're a nerd about this stuff. So it redistributes warm air, surface water temperatures, and moisture across the tropical Pacific Ocean. Okay, so that's what it does. Naturally occurring. During El Nino, trade winds that typically blow east to west from the Americas to Southeast Asia will slow down and sometimes reverse. Normally, these winds would push warm water along the equator, but during El Nino conditions, that warm water shifts back east.
So here's basically what it's going to. Now, and I will say this: El Nino has not always been bad to us. Sometimes,
do you know why it's called El Nino?
It's one's a little boy, one's a little girl.
Yes, but do you know why? I never.
No,
knew
why?
This.
Why?
Beginning in the summer, El Nino will typically peak around December or at the beginning of January. El Nino is Spanish for little boy. It was named by fishermen in South America who noticed these warmer waters around Christmas time and associated it with the birth of Jesus Christ. That's kind of cute.
So they named little boy, named it after Jesus. So
or they were just going, Jesus Christ!
Is it hot? It's fucking hot!
And somebody, again,
Jesus Christ.
Translation.
Jesus
Christ, it got lost hot. In translation.
Jesus Christ, it's hot.
Yeah. So
it's helped in the past. We've some El Nino years, we've had huge snowfall in the Sierras.
I was hoping that we would have that in Los Angeles, like how it's, so like climate change is supposed to make the weather schizophrenic. I thought snow in LA, that would be super sweet.
Well, here's what's happening. Climate change, what's happening is all the ocean currents are slowing down. So if you notice, like rain is longer because it's not. There's no.
I don't notice that. Where?
Well, when it does rain.
Oh.
Remember that when a few years ago we had storms that just stayed.
Awesome.
They just fucking stayed because there was nothing pushing it, and that's what's happening now.
Yep.
So I think we could just say. Here on the Armageddon update, we're fucked.
El Nino. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Food security is going to be a problem, people.
And water security.
Yes. And unfortunately, a lot of the areas that already suffer from, food insecurity, it's going to be worse. They're going to be having heavy drought situations. So yeah,
the good news is we cut off USAID to help those people. That's the good news is.
Oh my God, I just saw this thing. Let me see if I can find it.
All right, this is the last thing we're going to. I don't. I hate that we just give bad news.
Wait, no. Well, this.
Are we just giving bad news?
Well, I'm not going to look for it. I'm not going to waste time.
What'd you see?
But it was somebody went in. There's a reporter for every topic. And somebody went in and did the calculation on how much money is being wasted on storing contraceptives that we're not giving out anymore because of USAID. Oh my God. But I just don't think I need to look that up.
So they're actually, these people who hate immigrants are actually creating more immigrants. By not giving them birth control. You hate immigrants, don't want them here. And now you're creating more immigrants. Nice job, guys.
You guys are stupid.
Everything they do is fucking wrong.
You want to do something right? Use Square. This episode brought to you by Square. We use Square like crazy. He actually was using it all week. Crazy, yeah. Do tell. What were you doing with it?
I went to Canada, I went to Cleveland, and I went to Detroit, and I'm doing my posters. I got these really cool posters. If you guys go to Boca Raton, Florida this week, or if you go to Orlando at the Funny Bone, I have a little Square thing. And here's how good it is. They've actually now, you used to push this thing in your phone, you had to do all this stuff.
Let me help them really quickly. Orlando, that's on Wednesday the 17th. Tampa,
tomorrow.
That's the 18th. And Boca Black Box, that is Boca Raton on the 19th, Friday. Okay?
Okay, so, I do posters. I meet everybody. I take pictures with
Very
people.
Cool posters.
But I also love meeting them. Listen, you guys, you guys that come to my shows.
He loves meeting you. Ching.
I do like cha-ching. No, but even if I don't, even when I'm on other posters, I still do it.
To be fair, people ask me this all the time. How much does it cost for a picture, or how much for? And I'm like, what asshole does that? Get in line if you just want to tell him a story or take a picture.
I love it.
Whatever. Yeah,
I call it the bonus. Or like if someone,
I love it too.
Every night I hear, Norman Rockwell's bleeding saved my life. Love is Evil made it so I didn't kill myself. I hear that every week. So come to the show. You want to get a poster? Great.
In the presence of holiness.
No, just hope. Just in the presence.
I just like meeting people.
I do too.
Nobody says I saved their lives, but
they do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to disagree with you.
I just like saying hi, and if you have dogs, please bring them or show pictures. Yes.
Rachel's new special, Beauty for Ashes, changed people's lives. Now it's coming out soon. Did you watch it yet?
Let's talk about how bad the internet is. What is happening?
Spectrum.
Can I just...
the internet just sucks.
Look, this is a Square ad, so I'm going to stop talking about this. But internet and cell service has gotten worse in this year.
Yeah, the sun's going to kill us.
And I think everything these days is a conspiracy. So anyway, Square, he was booping all weekend long.
But here's the thing. Here's how great it is, guys. Let's say you have a small business or something. You have to go and let's say you go to like in the parking lot, they set up tests and you sell your wares like Etsy type stuff. I just tap the card on my phone now and it actually goes bloop, and it does it. Like instead of having to carry this equipment with you, my phone is the equipment. It's pretty awesome.
I was trying to get Groucho snoring during your speech. He was snoring very loudly. Square, it's that platform, that everybody uses now. So like the girl that does my hair, she doesn't have a whole cash register. I just boop and tap. And the craziest thing, which I know this makes me sound like I'm 1,000, but I have enabled tap to pay on the phone, so you don't even need the thing.
That's what I just said.
You just lay your credit card right there.
And it goes, boop.
That is crazy. Yeah. You don't have to have I'm just saying.
And also I get to see more people because of it. I get to see more people in line. I get to talk to them longer because we're not dicking around. Faster. We're not dicking around with the payment.
Also they have Square Banking, they have Square Payroll that changes our lives because I could never figure out all of this state and federal tax filing and stuff like that. So if you're starting a business or you're running one that deserves better tools, Square will help you sell, manage, and grow that business without slowing down. Right now, get up to $200 off Square hardware at square.com/go/Titus. That's SQUARE.com/GO/Titus. Run your business smarter with Square. Get started today. Boy, did we go take a right turn during that ad. There was apparently a plot against the UFC.
Supposedly, can we believe any of it now? Yeah, but can we believe any of this after the thing? Do you know there was that kid that they got shot? Remember the first assassination attempt when he was down in the polls, that outside one where they shot that kid? Do you know he was talking to them before? Do you know that he had actually emailed the sheriff's department before that even happened?
What?
That kid, that Crooks kid that took a shot at him, remember? When his ear didn't get touched, but for some reason the bullet went past his ear.
He wore a mattress on his ear, remember that? a giant maxi pad.
Yeah, giant maxi.
What a dork. I'm sorry. I grew up around Marines.
Yeah.
You would have never have known. I mean, first of all, clearly his ear was not shot off. But second of all, I grew up around real men.
So that kid, and then there's the other quote unquote assassination attempt, which they ran through the press thing. Guy just crazily ran through that really. Yeah. And now there's another one now. So, but they were going to do a drone strike.
There was one at Mar-a-Lago, remember?
They were going to do a drone strike on the UFC.
Yeah,
fight.
But apparently Kash Patel,
wasn't drunk and got it. And God's on it.
This is not the first time he's done this. But he posted about it on social media.
The FBI, the head of the FBI.
Because he's a podcaster.
God.
And now the Secret Service is obviously quite angry. It's an ongoing investigation. He just randomly goes and makes social media posts about it before they even stopped it. There's also other reporting about this podcaster that runs the FBI that he may have a personal slush fund of taxpayer dollars, our money, the money that's paying for the ballroom and the pool
and the Board of Peace.
And the Board of Peace, yeah. He pays loyalist agents out of that slush fund of our money.
That came out today.
Yes, who carry out what Jamie Raskin called unlawful partisan and personal orders.
Keeping them to keep their mouth shut.
Literally mob shit.
Literally mob shit? Did you also see that they during the time of when they started sending ICE into towns, they were going to suspend habeas corpus? They actually were going to suspend. The only time it's ever been suspended was during the Civil War when they were taken out. They were going to suspend habeas corpus. Guys, that's the rule of law. It means
more than $1 million. If you thought I meant he had a little cash box of $100.
It's not a
more
little
than
thing.
$1 million
He was just giving
out for people who ran these partisan errands for him.
Here's what I want to say: the podcaster that runs the FBI and the hack dipshit raccoon penis cutter offer that runs our health department, and the ghoul that is actually an advisor to Mr. President.
It was really loud for a minute.
All these hacks, these people who are absolutely 100% zero qualified to have their jobs.
I got a better one for you.
Oh, please.
Your head's going to explode.
Oh, fuck. I really...
Greg Bavino was just on a white nationalist podcast.
Humble Hitler.
Has teased a presidential bid for 28.
The guy that oversaw the killing of Alex Peretti and Renee Good
in the Nazi jacket
and the little Nazi leather jacket, like Major Hochstetter. Holy shit! So listen, I'm arrogant. As you called me pompous. I'm pompous and arrogant. I get it. and I will agree with it. Do you understand the level of delusion you have to be Greg Bovino, this 5'1" Nazi wannabe douchebag? Yeah. And you think and then you go on a white supremacist podcast. That's your first salvo for your presidential bid? Nazis are us. Hey, we got Greg Bovino. Heil, everybody. What? With the level of fucking crazy that we deal with. There was a time when I was growing up when there was, especially after Nixon got taken down, where there's this weird moment of like, we have to be better. We have to be better. Clinton kind of had it too. Of course, then we came out that he was screwing around with this. But at least there was like
I remember that being earth shattering when that happened.
Right. And now
it seems like
quaint.
What was the big deal? It was just getting the blow. It obviously was a big deal. But at the time I remember thinking like everything felt wrong.
But what I don't understand is that, and then we'll end this. What I don't understand is we had a really good man and his wife. Obama came in, and Michelle Obama, she planted a garden for food. They honored the tenets of the Constitution. I remember, I'll never forget after that one shooting of Sandy Hook, and he was just on stage crying. These were good people. Really good people. Then we get this asshole who comes in. We end up being locked down for fucking couple years because this dipshit cut all the funding to Obama's plan for a pandemic offices around the world. Where was one of them happened to be where?
Wuhan.
Oh, right. Where the fucking virus guy came out. So then we get Biden again, same dude. They work together as president and VP. Now he's president. He takes Trump's fuck up inflation, which is almost 10%, brings it down to 2.7. Now we're back up to 4.6. And what I don't understand is that we tried it. It seems like we keep pulling back towards goodness, and then it just goes bad again. And I want to say this last thing. President Trump, you keep saying that the election is rigged. The election's a hoax. It was rigged. I agree with you. You know what we need to do? We need to open up every single swing state in 24 and count every fucking vote. Let's match it to everybody. Let's match their addresses, and let's make sure that there was no cheating. I agree with you, President Trump. That was rigged. Let's do 24, let's do 20, and let's do 16. You're the president. You keep bitching about it being rigged. Why don't you do something about it, punk? Why don't you stand up and let's fucking count the votes? Because there is a 1 in 2 trillion chance that you won all 7 swing states within the margin of recount. So let's count it. I agree with you. Let's find the rigging. You keep saying it, but boy, you can't back it up for shit, can you, fat man? Well, everybody, I think that's it for today. I don't give a shit. I'm tired.
So it's over $10 million worth of contraceptives.
Just sitting in it.
They were actually to distribute to women in poor countries.
So more immigrants coming.
So Donald Trump specifically stopped that, said we would not distribute these products over $10 million. The U.S. Agency for International Development has now spent more than $360,000 to transport and store what are now mostly unusable contraceptives at a warehouse in Belgium.
Oh my God.
$24,000 a month to store these products.
So I heard this phrase a long time ago, cruelty is the point. I never believed it. Because I'm not.
I say that's what
I know, but I've been reading it and you've been saying it, but I don't believe it. And now I believe it. It obviously is. It's obviously cruelty is the point. The guy just won that match at the UFC fight on the White House lawn with the gutted Chevelles and old refrigerators. And he calls Michelle Obama a man. And that's where we are.
Yep. I don't know how anybody has gotten past the AI video of them as apes. I don't open the fucking street on Easter morning. Like, it's just a lot. It's just really a lot.
I've stopped drinking. I don't drink anymore. When he dies, I may have a glass of champagne. Never again. Guy, I drink and fart. Is that what? she went. Yeah, that's. And by the way, just so you know, that's why I stopped drinking. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Do me a favor. Go to ChristopherTitus.com for all the dates. We have a bunch of cool t-shirts and stuff on our site. I will be in...
I'm Ray Bradley, Raerae on Instagram. He's Titus Nation. That's where also dates are posted. Comedy specials are announced. Whatever's going on, you can
talk about
check
your
that
special.
out.
What is your target date now that's done? Now that we've actually got it to where
It's got to go a couple places first.
Well, you have to watch it
again.
But we are at 95% with the editing and the sound.
Yeah,
and the color.
I've seen myself so many times.
You're gonna love the color correction. Everything. It just came out so good.
Okay, cool. It downloaded finally. Also coming up, Charlotte, Raleigh. Oh, then there's going to be kind of a local situation, Escondido. That's where you filmed Neverlution and Angry Pursuit.
Angry Pursuit,
right?
Yes. Yeah, not at that club.
Brea that same weekend.
Not at that club, but that is where.
No, this is a comedy club.
Yep.
Brea that same weekend, Toledo, Dayton, Cincinnati. There's all kinds of stuff coming up. So go check out ChristopherTitus.com.
Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Do me a favor. Keep screaming sanity. Listen, as we saw with this thing in the UFC, this is not going to get better. We are going to have to stand up and stop it. The only thing throughout history that has stopped assholes like this is us standing up and stopping it. And I hope somebody who thinks that anybody who's Antifa, because I'm proud of Antifa, I hope you hear this, because we're coming. I don't know when and I don't know how, but something's coming. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Keep screaming sanity. For myself, the lovely Rachel Bradley and the boys. Later.
Peace out.
You done sleeping, buddy? He's just okay. Peace out. He woke up. Peace out.
Never gonna be done sleeping.
Hey, River.
He's gonna sleep forever. Bye, guys.